Howdy folks, welcome to another new episode of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Main focus today is lots of quests. Last time we only did one quest because it was very long. Today we're going to do about 6 much shorter quests. Still looking for as many AFK activities as I can so I can get stream work done. The main thing I'm doing right now is AFK archaeology to level up dungeoneering because I don't want to actively train dungeoneering. It's not fun for me. As always, I'm recording the entirety of every quest with very little editing, so if you would just like to skip to see the summary of the quest, I have timestamps in the description for you to do that. Let's get to the playthrough. I have enough quest points for more stuff from May. I'm going to do that really quick. Hopefully I get something with fortunate components. Accounts. I think. Yeah. And then I'll keep upgrading this. I don't really care that much. Loot range up is nice, but I think I have to have the dog out for it to work, having the lorehound active. It's less important since they just increased the base loot range. I'm really glad they did that. They did that within like the first month of me playing the game, and it made the game way more tolerable. All right, next quest is called Spirit of Summer, and it needs a bunch of like specific spirit pouches, which is interesting. It'll take me a while to prep for this. And as usual, I'm going to use the wiki item list because I think it's more robust than whatever's listed on the in-game guide. Alright, the wiki item list says I need a limpwort seed and it needs to have grown. So I guess I'm just gonna go plant it now. I could always use a supreme growth potion for it, but while I'm doing my other prep, I may as well let it start growing, see if it happens to be done on time. Some kind of patch over in this direction, I think. Oh, I guess the patch isn't here. It's gonna be for later in the quest. Alright, this is where the quest starts, so I'll just do everything else. I have to get a bunch of pouches. I think this is the first quest I've done that requires specific summoning pouches. The scorpion one requires bronze claws, so I have to smith them really quick. It's kind of funny. Alright, next quest is Spirit of Summer. I think I have all the stuff I need. This might be an excessive number of pouches, but I'll just disassemble them if I don't use them. There's a spirit girl over here that I have to talk to start it. Yeah, sure, accept quest. Quest started Spirit of Summer. Okay. What's going on here? This is an instance of the wilderness, not in the actual wilderness, I don't think. Oh, let me turn this. I like being able to see item pickups on the ground with that highlight. I'll leave it on. Okay. Drag me away. Yes. Oh, spooky. We just did a really goofy quest. We're going to do a slightly more serious quest, I take it. No dialogue so far, that's cool. Spooky. Hello? You can hear me? The amount of ghost speak doesn't do any good here. It's if he can't hear me at all. Indicate to me with gestures. Keep shrugging to me. It doesn't seem indifferent. Okay, do they want me to do emotes at him? Oh, I don't know what most of these are. Yes? I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, match his emote. Cheer. I don't know what that one is. It's not bow. Might just be shrug. Maybe I'm not supposed to mirror him? Nothing's happening here. Do the opposite. Oh, okay, maybe it is do the opposite. Wave. Bow? Okay. It is giving me feedback at least. Shrug would be cheer because I'm excited. We already said yes is no. I don't know what that one is still. Shrug? Okay, I guess as long as you don't mirror it, you're fine, maybe. Can I talk to her now that the rings are gone? What's going on here? Father trying but need help. Thesis souls, very much that speak will explain. Village west of here, the mountains. Okay. Interesting. Patch has been infected by disease and died. Cursed magic tree. I don't know where this is supposed to be. I guess it's like a special instance. What is this place? Little village, come here, play with friends. Hear from the presence devouring. Oops, I didn't mean to select that. What are we doing here? Maybe this is different because it looks like the place I was just at is like the real version of this place versus the spirit version. What should we do? Fill barrel. Okay, so I guess I can't do anything here. Looks like the place to plant the limpworts over here in the other world. Being stuck, a beast washing something in the barrel. Now let me try to do this because I know I have to anyway. I have the Supreme Growth Potion for it. See if it's different now if I go back with her. Yeah, no, there's a doll. Okay, so I have to do different things in the real world, I guess. I didn't know there was a flower patch here. I guess I don't know where this is technically. I have to chop the magic tree. I have to plant the magic tree. I don't know what else they need me to do here. I might need to look at the guide for this one because there's not a lot of information in here. Stuck beast washing barrel. Let me turn the accessibility setting back on. That's helpful for me to tell what the heck the game wants from me here. Interactables. Okay. So we got searchables. Usually don't have anything in them. There's an anvil here. I guess that's interesting. This would be a frustrating quest when you're like adding the mining and smithing rework that you can't just have an anvil, you have to have the forge as well, right? Nothing in the interactables as far as I can tell. Maybe I have to be in the spirit world, but it seems like I have to do stuff in the real world to affect the spirit world. Hollow log over here. Okay, I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do. So I'm going to check the wiki. 1 second. Alright, it says use a plank on the wardrobe in the building southeast of the statue. So, that, okay, well, yeah. Alright, that's going to change something. Pick from the hollow log, I did that. Grab a bucket from the building west of the farm patch and use it on the barrel of water. Okay. I think that's everything I have to do. Okay, here we go. Seems like progress. I emptied the barrel in the real world, it filled up in here. Okay, so maybe the barrel is supposed to be more of your clue. Now there's mushrooms. That's cool. I like that element of it. There's the doll. I guess I already had the doll and didn't see the scenes. I guess you have to do all 4 of them for anything to happen. I don't know where she is. There she is. Thank you so much for your help. You can talk? Short am I slow enough that I can once again communicate? Coming back to the farm and I'll explain in more detail. Okay. My name is Summer. Spirit of Summer. Cute. Who are you? Summer Bond. Used to live here with my parents. We were murdered a long time ago. What's going on here? I'm stuck here with the beast. Oh, is this the setup for the corporeal beast, maybe? Maybe not. This corp is in old school, but I'm not sure if it was like already in old school as part of the backup or they added it later. Of course, I'll help you. Series of discs outside the farm. Channel and concentrate the energy of newly summoned souls. I know a bit about spirits and summoning myself. My favorite thing about RuneScape quests is the way they try to like jankily include skills. I feel like they could just not do that. They could just give you arbitrary skill XP rewards for each quest, but the fact that they actually make you do something related to them is really neat. I might actually need that. It said I needed a skull during the quest. Alright, what's going on in here? How do I do that? What does an altar eat? Alright, bones, maybe. That's kind of cool looking. And there's a little spot for the skull. Alright, that's cool. What should I do now? Need newly summoned souls. Bring them souls? Doesn't sound right. Okay. Seems pretty scary. Oh yeah, it is the corp beast. That's cool. It's the spirit beast. So I have to put a wolf there? That's why I need the wolf pouches. I don't know if I have to do it in this world or the real world. That's all I need to do. I guess that's why it's the corporeal beast, because this is the spirit beast. Gotcha. Give up the spirit to the disc before the beast devours it, otherwise the energy is lost. Make sure the beast is still close enough to be hit by, and then the text breaks out. Okay, do I need to do another one? I know what they mean by give up the spirit to the disc. Okay, well I only have one more, so let me read the guide and make sure I don't screw it up here. You have to dismiss the familiar as soon as the beast steps on the platform. Don't let the beast consume your familiar and don't move off the platform. That seems really... that's extremely janky to me. But okay. So have to be ready to click dismiss. I guess they like had to do something that like uses familiars in a way that's active, and there's not a lot of... I don't really like summoning as a skill. I think I've talked about it before. I think I fucked it up again. Wow, this quest is annoying. Let me go get some more wolf bones and make some more pouches. Okay, I made some new pouches. I think I can like try to stand in between me and the familiar to make it a higher chance that I can dismiss it in time. It's still really weird. Oh, nope, that didn't count. I thought it had to be completely on the altar. This is a really weird quest, and it's a really weird thing to ask the player to do. Okay, 5th tries the charm. Okay, got it that time. Standing in front of it definitely makes more sense. Because this one's harder because the disc is smaller. What is this quest? I need you to be behind me, buddy. We're gonna have a really bad time if you're not. Oh my god. It refuses to be behind me for some reason. Okay, looks like that counted technically. That's nice of them. And each one is smaller, which is annoying. Okay, I think it's okay where it is. Here we go. Got it. Weird, weird, weird quest. Too weird. Not a fan. I caught it. Well, that takes care of that little problem. Thank you, adventurer. You've lifted a burden. Your foolhardy desire to help a young girl could have unforeseen consequences. Strengthened our souls. Creepy. This quest is weirdly paced. It's like that Twilight Zone quest, Kenneth's Concern. Must leave now. Take this ring, it belonged to my mother. Use the portal without my help. Oh, okay, so it's like a wilderness unlock. Quest complete, although it seemed like things were kind of bad at the end there. Access to a goth leprechaun and flower patch. Spirit of Summer is an extremely weird quest. I kind of don't like it. I think the idea is that it's supposed to be a summoning quest, but making a quest about summoning is kind of weird because the skill doesn't have like a lot of design space for quest activities the way something like thieving might have, right? You could do any number of crazy things and give you thieving experience. Only so many tasks you can do with summoning. In any case, this quest is about a little ghost girl and her ghost family who got killed and then tormented by a spirit beast, which is the precursor to the corporeal beast you might know from old school RuneScape. The main feature of the quest is having to trap the spirit beast by, and this isn't a joke, summoning your familiar and then pressing the dismiss button on your familiar at the last possible tick when the spirit beast walks towards you. It's very odd, and the pacing and writing of the story is very strange too. It shares a writer with Kenneth's Concerns, which I think is one of my least favorite quests in terms of story so far. So I don't know how long that writer is still with Jagex, but it doesn't work for me. It's very weirdly paced and I don't know, just not good and janky. All right, let's get back to the playthrough. Trixby, if you operate the ring near certain portals in the wilderness, requires level 50 in that skill. Okay, let me try to look into that. I'm just gonna get rid of these pouches as I don't need them. Okay, it looks like I don't need to use, I can destroy the ring and just reclaim it here if I need it some other time, but it's only like 5,000 per XP, so I don't really care about it. I just realized from getting my dungeoneering levels, for some reason in my mind, my second lowest skill was agility, but it's actually attack, strength, and ranged. So now that I can get back to the outer ring of the Abyss, I think I'm going to go train those in the Abyss to get them up to like 90. I don't know what level I actually want to get them to, but 90 should be fine, I think, for now. Should be an attack level here. I'm going to try to get attack to 85 so I can wield my katana and wakizashi, although I'm probably going to stay on the dragon halberd just because it's fine. I've just noticed a kind of crazy change that I didn't know existed. This happened sometime in the last year because it definitely wasn't the way it worked when I was here like a year ago. But area loot will now loot things even if your inventory is full, if the loot is legal for you to pick up, right? So previously, if I had a full inventory like I do now in the bottom right corner, if I hit area loot here to try to pick up those 10 noted pure essence and those ashes through the underworld tome, nothing would happen. It would say my inventory is full. But now I can just hit space, and it all gets deposited. Even the noted items get picked up, and like medium clue scrolls get picked up without you having to make space. So lesson learned, apparently. If this had existed when I was in the Abyss a long time ago, I would probably have like hundreds of thousands of pure essence and more than enough ashes to last a lifetime. Significantly more brainless to just hit space occasionally instead of having to like constantly maneuver space in the inventory to pick that stuff up. 84 attack. One more and I can use my swords. Probably stay on the halberd though because I think it's more effective, better XP per hour for this specific task. Trying to decide if I want to keep attack and strength in lockstep with each other, maybe try to keep them at the same level and just swap between them. I guess once I get it, attack 85 is the first thing that I need to actually unlock something I don't have access to right now. So I'll get to 85 and then maybe I'll get strength to 85 and then I'll just set my melee experience to level both of them at the same time. Once again, random fireworks. Like, what the hell was that? I got Morty the Constitution pet. Cool. Attack 85. Alright, we're going to switch to just strength until I get strength 85, then I'll just do both. Alright, so I'm out of vampirism aura. I do have a bunch of bones, which I have no other use for, so I can make a scrimshaw of vampirism to stay here longer until my aura comes off cooldown, just so I don't have to, like, bring food or any crap like that. So I'm going to leave and go make one of those really quickly. Scrimshaw of Vampirism uses Ancient Bones. Okay. Be good. I think that ends up taking up the same slot as the Underworld Grimoire, but I don't really need that many ashes, so it's probably fine. Kind of annoying. I guess the Scrimshaw is just a countdown. It's not based on time spent in combat, so you just have to, like, micro turning it on and off. Strength 83. Strength 84. Strength 85. Switching to attack and strength now. I think as a result of hitting 85 strength, I now qualify for every quest in the game. Oh, I totally missed this, that you find a ports resource crate. It's been sent to your bank. I guess that's a set bonus for having the Tetsu set. You need to have 4 pieces of it. That might be pretty good depending on how many of them I get. I haven't been, it's probably happened other times. I've been getting so many kills here, even though the drop rate's pretty low. I should see several of them, so I'm interested to see how many ports resources those give. It can basically make it so I don't have to do ports anymore. It would be nice. Like, I don't mind doing it. It's kind of a fun little Farmville activity, but I have been doing it like every day for a year, so I would be very pleased to stop. Oh, they give you 1 resource at a time, like per crate. Okay, that's not great. Oh, but I can pick the crate. Okay, that's a little bit better. Attack and strength 86. Probably just gonna take them to 90 for now. 87 attack and strength. Free to go. Alright, I have some time to quest, so I'm going to do Meeting History, which is the sequel to Making History, which is just digging places with the enchanted key, so I think this one will be pretty quick. We'll see. Okay, picking up the quest. If this is like the first quest, there's not a lot interesting in it, other than going around and digging in the hot and cold spots, so I might not record this. We'll see. Papers are talking about an enchanted key, which is hotter and colder. How'd you know? Key and I go way back. It's a bizarre item. Accept quest. Found it with the notes, but I disposed of it. Okay, copy of the notes. Key now returns to its origins. It really does get hotter and colder depending on your proximity. Works north of the river after smelting it. Radem abducto. Okay, this is significantly more tricky than I thought it was going to be by default. North of the river. I guess I'll try the River Lum. Might have to abandon solving this one on my own. I'll see. Just because if it's just hot and cold, then it would save me time to check the wiki. Freezing colder than last time. Okay, well, I guess I just start looking at other rivers, right? Okay, so this one is closer. It's very hot. Warmer than last time. Burning hot here. Is this it? Not hot enough. Key is steaming. That's supposed to be the place. Wait, I thought we said it was. Maybe I moved slightly while I was walking there. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's different. Whoa. Okay, well, this is maybe a more interesting version of the quest then. Pots. Spade, Jack, Snowy. Huh. Okay, maybe this is actually a quest then. Can you help me? Boy's pretending not to notice you. Oh, he's got like a fire rune and an air rune. That's pretty funny. Alright, talking to Laura. Where'd you come from? Just outside the Arduin Castle. Ardoin Castle? Bridge, Felder, Varrock, strange names. This is Gelenar, isn't it? The past? Laura, husband Roger, Jack, or baby Sarah. I guess that's why it's called Meeting History. Okay. Go back to the future and talk to Jorl. Okay. Back to talking to Jorl here. Went back in time before Arduin existed. Oh, the notes from Jorl disintegrate. You don't need them anymore. Interesting. Huh. In the notes, you can travel to different times of rubbing different parts of the key. Oh. Well, that's kind of a huge deal. I have to go to the right spot again. Okay. Funny. Present, past B, past A. I love that that's just like a random throwaway comment. Oh, yeah, you can go different times with different parts of the key. Okay, bye. This is the same one I was in before? I'm not sure. No, Jack's grown up now. Okay. Oh, there's a grave. Snowy. Aw. Or Snowy. I don't recognize you. I'm about to leave on a trip. Does Laura recognize me? Speak up. I like looking after my family. I wish I had done more when I was younger. You had to leave your family and never return because you got lost. I wish I had a map of the land. Something to get me interested and started. Okay. It's kind of a cool quest concept. Kind of a cool follow-up to the original Enchanted Key. And Roger. Voila. Sound the baby makes. Like rabbits, they never cry. You've lost the plot, haven't you? Okay, let's try going further back then. Oh, it's cool. It takes you to the exact same spot you're in. Hi, youngin'. There's gonna be a big and powerful druid. Super Jack the Phantasmic. Lighting this fire, got rare and powerful runes. Cosmic Mind, Body, and Fire runes. Made them by yourself? Got them from a druid. Use your magic for good and not evil. Or making gold bars or rare and powerful weaponry. What it is to be young. Interact with Snowy. I can pet the dog. Take me to everyone. I don't know who Sarah is. Roger. Is that the baby? Baby Sarah. Oh wow, the baby's face is kind of amazing. It's like Roger Rabbit baby. We talk to her and find out what's wrong. So I can talk to her in the future. That's funny. Because we just have to keep passing information back and forth. Alright, let's go forward again, I guess. Thought you wanted to become a druid. Lucky guess. Super Jack the Phantasmic. Cosmic Mind, Body and Fire. I didn't write these down from before. This guy, Ms. Eleanor. You're learning magic when you were 4. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try again. Yes, 7. Trying to create fire. You wanted to make chocolate cakes. Your new powers for good. Favorite flavor of milk was strawberry. The planted trees behind her house, they never grew. Could you find out why? Finding food is starting to become a real problem. Planted the trees in the wrong patches. Interesting. Oh, I guess they give me a spade here, but I'm sure my tool belt still works. Oh, dead mango tree, dead lemon tree. Dead plum tree. Let's talk to Sarah this time. General chat. What's the matter? Take some more medicine. Milk, honey, and Guam. The condition I've had since I was a baby. Trees my mom planted years ago. They never borne leaves. Back in time and plant the trees differently. Time travel, you have an interesting imagination. How you're supposed to know which one is which here. Talk to Roger. Oh, well, I know, but I guess I can't do it yet. Have a bowl. Like Guam or something here. Brooch. Guam, honey, and milk, I think. Guam. Milk. Guess I probably need this if it's offering it to me here. Any papyrus or charcoal yet. No honey. Like a beehive nearby as far as I can tell. Wait, no, is that not a beehive? It is a beehive, okay. I don't think I can interact with it directly. Ah, you steal honey. Okay, got it. Bowl of milk and honey. Grind up the leaf first. Cool. Give that to the baby. This is nice. This is pretty sight readable, it seems like. Drinky upsies. I like that animation. That was cool. Can you help me out? Where'd you come from? Traveled from the east over some white mountains. It was a long journey. We saw other humans, a few animals. Arrived on this plane. Portal. First humans to come to Gielinor. We came from another plane. Whoa, that's crazy. Are they from Earth? That's crazy. I didn't know that was part of the formal, like, lore. Okay. Let me try to figure this place out. I assume I can do something with it. I can get these pots. Oh, okay. So I probably need all the pots to be able to dig these up. Because I just have to guess here. Mastermind, isn't it? It's always mastermind. Well, it's not quite mastermind, but basically just try a different order and keep the ones that are right. I think they were all dead when I first checked it. All right, I'm just gonna mess with this until it's right. I won't make you watch me. You get the idea. Okay, I got 2 right by chance. Quince, plum, avocado, pear. Guess that's pronounced quince. I've never heard of it before. Oh, but I have to pick up the... Okay, every time I teleport, I lose all the stuff in my inventory. That's important to know. All right, got 2 more right, so I must just have to switch the avocado and the pear. Okay, so this should be good this time. All the trees look fine. Tree is alive and well. Always grown so well. I'll have to talk to Jack. Oh, nothing. Okay. Sorted all the trees out. They've been bearing scrumptious fruit for years. Ah, time travel shenanigans. What do you know about runes and magic? Whoa. Druids discovered runes, created by Gothix himself. What a crazy cutscene. Created countless numbers of them, storing them all over the place. The world was dubbed RuneScape. Long since returned to calling it Gielinor. Huh. Wonder if this is a quest that they're kind of embarrassed of. I kind of like it. Spellbooks. Druids are more commonly known as wizards. It'll never catch on. It's a silly look. Interesting. Okay, well now I'm out of things to check. Laura wants a map. Find one for her younger self. Okay. Max the Traveler. Maybe he has a map. I didn't even notice him before. Don't worry about me. Okay, so number of campfires is growing. More people are showing up. Where's the map, though? Oh, actually, I think I know, because there's the paper and charcoals in one of these shelves, and I didn't use that yet. That would make sense. Oh, can I only do that in the past? Okay. So can I just, like, draw a map based on what I know? You draw a map of Gielinor. Okay. Cool. Give it to Laura. You can use it to explore. My pleasure. All right, let's go back to the future. Back to the Future is such a great name for a movie. Huh, how you doing now, Laura? Rode long and far, more adventures than most. Okay, I think I found the brooch. I guess the problem is I can't carry any items with me, so I have to find some way to get the brooch to the right spot. I can try just giving it to her, but she probably loses it, right? That's the whole idea. Give it back, you thief. Maybe that's what the soil mound is for. I can bury it and then dig it up. Okay, yeah, that seems right. Get the spade. I like this quest, it's cute. It's much more interesting than the first history quest, making history. Thank you so much. If you're learning history by like literally meeting the first humans. Created by Guthix. He was the god that introduced humans to Gelinor. Oh. That's really interesting. Can you point out he didn't create us? Okay, that's why he just looks like a guy. Other gods. Haven't heard those names before. I think we're actually coming up somewhat close to when Guthix sleeps, which I guess is a really important lore quest. Little, he wanted us to be aware that he existed and to give us more understanding of those first days. Spoke about balance. And I created this world and spoke of elder gods that existed in a time before he could remember. Yes, I've run into stuff that mentions the elder gods a lot in RS3, but I didn't realize that was an idea that came so early. Short folks of varying kinds already existing here, like gnomes, presumably. Huh. Jorl should be pleased to hear from me. Great. Right, back to Jural. Got the complete picture. God Guthix created a portal between Gelinor and another dimensional plane. The first humans stepped through this. Discovered a rune and started to name the world Gelinor after them. Guthix paid frequent visits to those settlers. Third Omen and Zamorak weren't even heard of then. And some visits to the past. Sweet. Alright, that was a cool quest. I liked it. Alright, Meeting History is a much more interesting quest than Spirit of Summer. It's the sequel to Making History, which if you've played old school RuneScape, you might remember as the mini quest to go use a key as like a hot and cold mini game. I was expecting this one to be another hot and cold mini game, but instead you travel to the past and meet the first humans ever to colonize Gelinor. There's actually a bunch of interesting lore in this quest that I'm not sure is still canon in RS3. It's the kind of thing like all the stuff around Camelot that Jagex seems pretty embarrassed about in RS3. It kind of implies almost that humans in Gelinor came from Earth, or came from some other world that already had humans on it, possibly Earth. It actually uses the word RuneScape to describe the world, that they renamed it to Gelinor, which I guess Scape Rune comes up in old school RuneScape when referring to the place where Bob is from the random events, but that always felt like kind of a tongue-in-cheek fourth wall break joke. It implies that Guthix himself met the humans as they came to this world and ushered them in and taught them about runes and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. The quest part of the quest involves time traveling between two different eras, one further in the past, one still in the past, but a little bit further forward. So if you've played, Ocarina of Time or any game that has a time travel concept like this, there's all sorts of puzzles around that. Like, there's a baby who's crying and the baby needs to get a cure to stop it from crying. So you talk to the woman that the baby grows up to be in the future, and she says that she's sick and that she used to need to have this specific concoction given to her. So you go back in time and you give the concoction to the baby. It's all cool stuff like that. It's actually a pretty neat quest from that perspective. Pretty sight readable. I didn't have to cheat and look at the wiki at all for this one. Cool quest, though. Let's get back to the playthrough. Okay, next quest is called All Fired Up, and it just requires 45 logs. It says 20 at a time. Okay. All right. All Fired Up. Talking to King Rold here. He gets asked about the kingdom. Maybe not. Greet the king. The Temple of Paternomus has been sorted home a minute ago. Tell me more. Finding threats to Mauritania in the wilderness, the Southern Kingdoms have banded together to take action. We construct a network of beacons. supposed to be a pretty short quest. Should there be a threat from the uncivilized lands, we'll spread the word as fast to light the... Okay, that's cool. Like Lord of the Rings. Or any other network of beacons. Okay. Headed the first tender, Blaze Sharp Eye, stationed south of Paterdomus. Roger. I think that's going to Fort 4 and 3. Alright, Blaze Sharp Eye, great name. Early beacon serves an early warning system. 14 beacons in total. So I'm going to light a couple of them. You built these huge things without knowing if they'd work? Okay. Use gnomish firelighters. Oh, that's cute. Light a couple beacons, make sure we can see the glow of the flames over the horizon. 20 logs of the same type. Set it on fire with a tinderbox. You really enjoy your job, don't you? Okay. Doesn't matter what type of log I use. Oh, okay. I think that this unlocks a minigame that gets you a bunch of stuff that's useful for fire making. Maybe I should have done that before training fire making as far as I did. I guess I only got it to 96, so I could get it for finishing getting the 99. Do that eventually. Light the beacon. Okay. Wasn't all that complicated. Light the beacon west and report back to me. In the limestone quarry. Okay. I think the reason the wiki said I should bring the Sears headband, I think it's just so I can chop trees on the way there and get 2 logs per tree, so I'll do that really quick. Okay, quickly got 20 logs. Add logs to this beacon. Light. There we go. And go back and talk to the guy. It says I need a total of 45, so I might chop those really quick before I head over there. I guess the quest unlocks an activity that's lighting all the beacons, and maybe you get something if they're all able to stay lit at the same time, so you probably need to have the highest tier of logs, since the duration that logs are burning is kind of irrelevant in this game. See a warm, delicious glow on the horizon. Add more logs. That's why I need to get another 5. Okay. More fire for me. Backing away now. Okay. Talk to him again. An incandescent effort. Where's all this to take place? Report back to King Rolled. Okay, that might actually be the end of the quest. We'll see. Alright, talking to... Sometimes I can't find King Rolled, and I don't know why. I don't think he moves anywhere. Try a different world, maybe? Yeah, he's here in a different world. Don't know. All fired up. Network works as expected. What happened in the days when adventurers felt rewarded in full by the knowledge of a job well done? Well before my time, I'm afraid. Alright, that's cool. All Fired Up is an extremely short quest. It's essentially a mini quest introducing a mini game. This is the one where you light a bunch of beacons with fire making and it gives you rewards. The quest itself, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on. It's just a tutorial for lighting the beacons. That's it. It's King Rold's idea because he wants to have a line of defense in case anything ever goes wrong with Mauritania and the River South. But other than that, it's just a tutorial. Let's get back to the playthrough. All right, so next quest is Summer's End, which, oh god, it's more... I didn't know that really they made a sequel to that summer quest so quickly. Spirit of Summer. Really dislike that quest, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so something I'm going to buy with Dungeoneering tokens is the offhand chaotic crossbow. I need to have an offhand for when I'm using mechanized chinchampas, because it increases my accuracy, because this game is baffling. So it seems like it's worth picking up, is the point. Okay, so with the combat changes, the combat rework, I'm not sure how that affects my overall usage of mechanized chinchampas, but I'm going to sit here for a bit and see if I can figure out exactly how quickly they're getting used up. Only used one so far, so that's a good sign. Incredibly, it might be to a point with a combat rework that I can just never use chinchampas. Been here for a couple minutes and haven't used a single one. That's kind of insane. Okay, well, that's cool. Goofy game, though. Ranged 84. Gonna try to take it to 90, but I do consume these chinchampas way less frequently, but I don't know if I can get all the way to 90 with these. We'll see. Ranged 85. Ranged 86. There's 88 attack and strength. Basically, anytime I don't have vampirism, I'm using the Scrimshaw vampirism, and if vampirism is up, I'm working on ranged instead. Oh, I got called away when I was close to a level I missed. Ranged 87. A while ago. Ranged 88. Ranged 89. Alright, time to do Summer's End, which it seems like is actually what unlocks Corporeal Beast. So they must have ported Corp Beast into old school RuneScape without this quest, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, so I have to get my Jenica's ring back. I have some blue charm summoning pouches. I have my Ghost Speak amulet, and I think that's all I need. Okay. Talk to Summer. Come with me. Accept quest. I have to follow her into this thing again. Okay. Cutscene. That was weird. I don't know if the dialogue was supposed to get skipped there. Oh, do I need to have the ring equipped? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, that was it. Conquer you to come back. What happened? Playing from the beginning. I noticed this quest was, well, the first quest, Spirit of Summer, is written by the same person who did Kenneth's Concerns, which might explain the weird pacing. Moved here from Varrock to set up a farm of our own. Spider poisoning. Who is Gargon? To move on, as people normally do. We were trapped in this realm. The beast has slowly been draining energy from our souls. Sounds really bad. The veil between our worlds used to be strong, but that's changed. We could feel the veil separating the beast realms from yours. That's why it's the corporeal beast. Okay, it's nice to finally have context on that. As in, not the spirit beast. Felt the ground shake. Yes, that happened right when I left the quest last time. Breaking through the veil, and started crashing through the realms. In the void. We're in the abyss. We're being this bright. You can't blame me for this. How do we defeat this thing? Stab it with a spear. Hit it 39 times with a Dragon Warhammer. 19 times, however many. Lure like he did before, gaining his attention with newly summoned souls. Can't do it the same way as last time. Spirit must be of a completely different type and not of the 3 you last used. Okay. Really dislike that first quest. I imagine they didn't make it much better for the second quest. Alright, well, if it's about to make me do shenanigans with these stupid tiles, I'm fine with just looking it up on the wiki, since it would, the fact that I had to like press dismiss was completely bizarre and unconveyed last time. Lure it into the cave north of the farm. That's the Corpse Beast Cave. Use a familiar, has to be a familiar, a completely new kind, and not one of the 3 categories I used before. I.e. one made from a blue charm. I don't think I could have told you that these were from the other colored charms. I guess there's gold, green, red. Okay. Okay, I checked the wiki because it wasn't clear what to do up there. There wasn't another tile for it. It says to operate Jenica's ring while standing on the portal. Okay, so I have to... We know that stuff happens in the real world versus the spirit world, so I have to open the way to the cave in the real world and then come back to the spirit world. I guess that makes sense. Well, the in-game guide doesn't mention that. It's like the opposite of whatever's in the real world is the idea. Okay. Okay, so I guess the idea here is I summon the geyser titan out here somewhere, and then I lure it over to this cave. And I have to enter the cave. I don't know if I have to, like, how close I have to get it before it lets me enter the cave safely here. That not... I thought this was a blue charm familiar. Does it not count because it was added after the fact? Oh wait, here we go. It looks like it gave it to me. That's nice of them. Farming, it's quite another. What do you propose we do? The roots are cursed. They burn with a supernatural intensity. Beast vision will not be able to distinguish between these fires and soul, drawing it towards them. That's preposterous. Fire won't harm it, but it will surprise it. There's a weakness in its chest. Is that why it's weak to spears? Take all the glory while I'm sculling around gathering twigs. No amount of armor protects you from the beast's attacks. Only bring necessary equipment. Although I guess my armor is going to be useful. Oh, I guess it's not the tank armor. If it was the tank armor, it would be useful. Yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, so I have to chop these roots. He is like the actual, for real, Corpse Beast. Same attacks. I should have brought a better hatchet, but whatever. That's one. Alright, you need to see me do this, but I'm going to do this until I have 15 logs. Okay, so I've got 15 logs here. It's also able to trap him in the middle one there. I think I have to use the logs manually, which is annoying. 5 per pit. Ouch, I really should have brought my tank set. That's one. Two. Yeah, this is a ton of context that's just like straight up missing from old school. I'm kind of surprised. Alright, don't know what I'm doing next. Let me try to figure it out. Let into the second chamber of the cave. The elders will explain to me what to do next. Okay. Okay, I think I just have to go back in here, switch to my tank set in case I have to keep doing stuff. Oh, I thought they would be like standing around here. Okay, I guess I have to find them then. No, I don't see them anywhere. Alright, I'll just go to the next passage then. Maybe it'll tell me in cutscene. Shadow the Beast chest plate. Weakness is in its chest. This isn't an ordinary life form. It's not a life form at all. It's a supernatural being. Parts of the soul it devours don't die until the beast has used up all the energy. It's weird. Oh, the dark core, yeah. This is so strange. Strong power from your soul, parts of you must also be in there. Okay, you won't get anything from it. Use a spade to dig holes in the soil, then use yourself as bait to trick the dark core into the holes. Okay. Wonder if they designed the encounter first and then to try to write story to make it make sense. It's very odd. I can't dig the hole too early. Dark core. It's very different from the way the dark core works in old school. Okay. I feel like this is the first time I've encountered a fight like this that has a dodgeable projectile. This became very common in modern OSRS design. Give me a dark core here. Just a chance for it to spawn, it looks like. Oh yeah, it does that same diving animation. That's really interesting. There's like some way you can cheese it when it's diving so that it disappears in the old school version of the fight. Attacks coming out way more frequently now. Fortunately, run energy doesn't really matter anymore. If this was old school, I would be way out of run energy by now. I'd probably need to have super energy potions, not die here. don't know if it's just like RNG. Just has like a 1 in 100 chance to shoot a dark core instead. There's one. Jeez, that took forever. First try. Giving me Hunter XP? That's actually really funny. Okay, one more room. It's kind of like an extended boss fight where you don't have to do damage. Creature born from an overwhelming presence of pain and torment. Holiness is drained from our souls. Graves are monuments built in our memory, have strong anchors to our souls. Travel from grave to grave. At the right moment, the beast is channeling its own powers. You must bless one of the graves we're currently in. Depending on what part of its dark energy it's drawing power from, bless the right grave so that the correct one of us can cause a backlash of power. This is such a weirdly written quest. Usually you think the game mechanics would be designed to fit whatever the story is, but I think they made the boss encounter first and then tried to make the story make sense. Tell the souls apart by color as well as shape. So I'll strike the beast once each. Our souls are different. Okay. Red, yellow, blue is what I wanted to see there. Okay. Blue. Okay, and then red, hopefully. I just have to wait for red. Cool looking attack. I didn't mean to leave. Oh, I think that reset the encounter. Shit. That's fine. Defeated the beast. Saved our souls. Elders want to thank you as well. Beast had no chance. Talk to us outside the cave, okay. Forever seal the cave, which presumably unseals it in the real world. We can finally die. That doesn't seem like a happy ending. Use this to go through all the portals leading to this realm. Okay. There are very weak portals that are completely invisible. Weird. It's just for prayer XP? We used a holy elixir. Oh, okay. And since this quest doesn't exist in old school, you have to get the unpowered shield without the holy elixir. Okay. You completed Summer's End. Yeah, ability to fight the corporeal beast. Okay, that was a quest. All right, Summer's End is the slightly less stupid, but still quite stupid sequel to Spirit of Summer, which is interesting. It came out almost immediately after the first quest. There's a bunch of weird dialogue in the quest about these ghosts who, like, parts of their soul have been eaten by the spirit beast, but not all of their souls. The point is that it's a big extended boss fight that sort of introduces mechanics for the corporeal beast. It's really interesting because Corp Beast is in old school RuneScape, but not either of the summer quests, so they must have just ported it in without the quest. You don't actually fight the spirit beast, you do skilling activities while avoiding the spirit beast, but it does hit like the Corp Beast. So it has similar attacks and hits like a truck if you don't dodge it. There's a really weird part where the Corp Beast throws its dark core at you, and the way you deal with the dark core is like walking and like digging a hole in the ground to trap it? Okay. It's not quite as janky as Spirit of Summer. It makes a little bit more sense mechanically, but it does feel like they came up with the mechanics for the fight first and then tried to retroactively make a story to justify those mechanics, and I don't think they're as good at doing that. I think they're much better at starting with the story and then trying to come up with mechanics that justify the story. I guess it can be fine when they start with the skill requirement and then work backwards from there into the story. Like if they know that they want a quest to feature smithing, it's often pretty silly how they make smithing fit into it, but I think it's much weirder when they're trying to do that with combat mechanics, because there's just not enough different things you can do with combat, just like there's not a lot you can do with summoning as a skill. Let's get back to the playthrough. So I've heard While Gothic Sleeps is a super long quest. It's described as very, very long. I'm going to see if I can fit in both Swept Away and Purple Cat to close out this episode, and then just do an entire episode for While Gothic Sleeps. We'll see. This might be an agility level. It's the end of the month, so I have to do my monthlies really quick. So I just did Troll Invasion. That is a level 88 agility. I know I got a lot of AFK activities going on at the same time here as I work on quests, but I think I really would like to get 99 cooking out of the way. I have a ton of tuna from Miscellanea that might not quite get me to 99, but it'll get me close. So I'm going to start working on that, I think. Oh, I forgot I also got Swordfish. I think I'm definitely going to have enough to get to 99. That'll be good. I'll be happy to have that out of the way. Cooking 98. One more level to go. There's range 90. I'm actually going to keep going until I burn through my stack of mechanized chinchompas. I don't want it sitting in my bank. 91 ranged. I have 181 chins left, so I might get to 92. We'll see. I think I just got a Runecraft level from a effigy that dropped while I was in the Abyss. Yeah, Runecraft 93. .92 ranged, halfway there. Still just running out my chins here. Alright, here comes 99 cooking, which I'm excited to finally have. There we go. That is a cape I'm going to pick up later. Probably not going to bother with cooking anything. I might make some rocktail soups, because I think that's the highest healing thing I can get. But glad to be done with that. Attack and strength, 89. One more level to go, and I'll move off of this for now. I only just got the strength pet. Kangali, okay. Alright, doing Swept Away and Purple Cat, which I guess are... They're originally a Halloween event that got added permanently to the game. Something smells interesting. Mean batch, the good stuff. She says, "Don't you know?" a lot. Is she supposed to sound like she's Maggie, like from Minnesota? Old babe over there has the sniffles. Anything I can help with? Okay, Swept Away. Off this Brewer-Rooney. It's like Fargo, okay. Gotcha. Take it to Hetty and Remington, Betty and Port Sarum, and Aggie and Trainer. Sure. I feel like some of the lighting effects, like here, Aggie's house really stands out from everybody else's. Aggie, what's up? Swept Away. Talk about brooms. You help me out. Okay, yeah. Okay. It's one of those draw a line without covering the same tile twice. Enchant the hunk of dead wood is to harness the power latent in this magical symbol. 16 lines. Sweep away 4 of the... Oh, no, it's was it Nim? I played a version of a game like this. Sweep away 4 of the 16 lines, such that only leave 4 small triangles on the ground. Okay, that's cute. Like, I remember encountering this in, like, middle school. It's not like Nim, but I feel like I saw it with Nim. This is it, right? Just this. Basically, you're taking advantage of the fact that the center 2 lines are covering so much more. Okay, back to Drainer. Anything else needs to be done here? Yes. Okay, I'll come back when I get to another witch here. Alright, talking to Betty. Swept away. Now he needs her broom enchanted. Retrieve the wand and bring it to me. What's the problem? Chest is locked by magical means. Talk to Lottie downstairs. Okay. Lottie. Oh, Lottie's cool looking. What do you want? Retrieve Betty's wand. Penchant for intricacy. Chest in which Betty stores her wand is magically sealed. Order has to be restored to her menagerie. 6 chambers. Each creature has an enclosure that's been made especially for it. Sensitive creatures that don't like each other. Can't carry more than 1 creature at a time. You can't carry creatures to the door of a chamber which contains another creature. Move the creatures 1 by 1. Okay, so it's kind of like the classic chicken, fox, and grain puzzle. Don't have to move the bat and snail at all. They're already exactly where they need to be. It's not necessary, but I find it helpful. Okay. Oh, okay, so the bat and snail are good to go. Well, we've got a rat in the spider pen. That's not good. Oh, this is basically a sliding block puzzle. You can't take it into a chamber with another creature inside. Do I have a pen I can use that's just like empty by default? Oh, there is a holding pen. Oh, okay, yeah, so that's my degree of freedom. So it degenerates to a sliding block puzzle, I see. We got to put that one there first. Even though that was correct to begin with. This is a funny way to do a sliding block puzzle. That's going to be the rat pen. I guess it said I don't need to move the bat and the snail, but I assume I have to use their spaces. Now the rat's in the right spot. That's the reptile. Oh, I think actually we're fine. It's weird to even have the bat and the snail if you're not supposed to move them at all. Wonder if they had an earlier version of this puzzle. Should be the solution. Then put the blackbird here. Okay, see if you can open the chest. Betty's wand, got it. Okay. Betty. Got your wand, let me enchant your broom. Okay, and then the last one was the Remington. Hetty and Remington, which is like right down there. Right? Okay, Hetty, what do you want? The most witch-looking witch. Famous theurgical broom ointment. Need a newt. Down in my cellar to the trapdoor out back. No reason delivery of newts and toads. The delivery ghoul is still here. Okay. It's this guy. Gus. You the delivery ghoul? Call me Gus. There's a problem. A newty toady sort of problem. Labels on the crates have got mixed up. Okay, I think I've seen this puzzle before too. One of the crates contains just newts, one contains just toads, one contains a mixture of newts and toads. I put the wrong label on all three crates. I can't remember which crate contains newts, toads, or both newts and toads. I have a terrible fear of newts. Work out which box contains toads, which one contains newts, which has both. Sure. Put a wrong label on every crate. So not one crate has the correct label on it. You can figure out exactly what is in all three crates by taking one item from one crate. I think it's the newts and toads, if I remember right. Okay. Yuck, a toad. Okay, so this has to be the toad crate, right? Because if it's wrong and there's a toad in it, the only possible answer is that this is the toad crate. Yeah. So if this is the toad crate, this is wrong. This has to be newts. And this has to be newts and toads. Take one from the newts only crate. Classic little logic puzzle. That little animation of getting the newt was really cute. Here you go. Rub this ointment on the broom. Alright, I think we're good to go. I'll go back to Maggie. What's up, Maggie? I have good news. Finish the good stuff off to give it a good old stir with the broomstick. Of course. Stir the cauldron. Stir the cauldron. One spicy goulash. Would you like to try some? I thought you were making a witchy potion. What witch doesn't love goulash? That's cute. "10 bowlfuls. Can improve any aspect of your life. Broomstick. 10 portions of XP giving goulash. Huh. Okay, so I guess I'll just put all of that on agility. I think that's the main skill that's I have to train actively now that I have a solution for dungeoneering. 880. Yeah, I'll just do all this on agility, that's fine. I guess it's like how much... It's like my level times 10 or something. Right, next is a quick mini quest called Purple Cat, tucked to Wendy, west of the Drainer Village. Lodestone should be like right here, right? There she is, Wendy. What's up, Wendy? You seen that purple cat? Maybe that's the one. You can make purple cats? No, but I can make cats purple. That's funny. I brought you a cat, could you make it purple? Out of magic unguent. Give me some unguent and a cat. Ooh, I hope my pet cat works, given that my cat is a hellcat. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to wait a while. Lottie and... okay, port serum. I checked and apparently the hellcat is fine. It just gets reverted to a normal cat. That's fine. What a silly mini quest. Do you want to have your cat be purple? Okay. Okay, talking to Lottie. What is Space Cadet? Maybe able to open that chest until you sort out the animals again. I already put everyone where they belong. More difficult to unlock. You have to move every single animal at least once. Okay, that makes this make way more sense. If now I have to move the snails and the bats. So who's wrong this time? Oh, okay, so I need to get them back to where they are, but everyone has to have moved once. So that's a full-on sliding block puzzle. I think y'all have seen the idea. I'm just going to solve this one. You don't need to watch me do everything. I feel like the entire point of this quest is just to use these extra two over here. That's kind of funny. Okay, I think I've recreated the state from the original version of the puzzle because I've got the snail and the bat in the right spots, and then these four I think just resolve the same way. This should be the last one. Wasn't a lot interesting to watch there. See if I can open the chest. Alright, magic unguent, let me go get my cat. Alright, Wendy, what's up with that? What the hell? If you want a cat to turn purple, bring it to me. Oh, I guess I didn't need to bring the cat. Okay, quest complete. The quests Swept Away and Purple Cat are both a holdover from an old Halloween event that they made permanent. Like many holiday events, they're very short and just have cute little puzzles. In Swept Away, you're trying to enchant Maggie's broom so that you can make some magic goulash to eat. It has 3 very familiar puzzles. I keep making this argument that there's like a finite number of fundamental puzzle forms that exist and that most puzzles degenerate to one of those forms, and these are forms that we've seen many times in history. It's something I love about RuneScape quest design is it reminds me of like a teenage dungeon master playing D&D with their friends, like trying to look for puzzles on the internet to include in their dungeon. So the puzzles in this one include a classic matchstick puzzle, a version of a sliding block puzzle that manages to avoid being a sliding block puzzle, but it's a sliding block puzzle, and then a classic logic puzzle about mislabeling crates. When you finish the quest and eat the goulash, you can do the quick mini-quest. The entire purpose of the mini-quest is to get a harder version of the sliding block puzzle. In the original version of the sliding block puzzle, it's a 2x2 square with 1 empty degree of freedom. In the Purple Cat version, it's a 3x2 puzzle with 1 degree of freedom. And then you unlock the ability, bafflingly, to color your cat purple, I guess. Whatever. It's a fun little Halloween event, I guess. That concludes the episode. Pretty good in terms of overall quest progress. We did 6 quests in this episode. Next episode, I'm likely only going to do 1 because I didn't know this, but I guess While Gothic Sleeps is actually a Grandmaster quest, that's some of my favorite content in old school RuneScape. The Grandmaster stuff is so good. So next episode might be nothing but While Gothic Sleeps, and then after that we'll get to the 2009 quest, it looks like. Still planning to go an hour and a half, 2 hours on these until I kind of make up for the time deficit from changing my upload cadence a couple months ago. We'll see how long While Gothic Sleeps takes. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.